This morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation, a supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women, make it sound easy. Take it Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing this amazing morning? Today is a no makeup look today, but that's neither here nor there. We are getting ready for the holiday season. Not only are we getting ready for the holiday season, we are getting ready for the roadmap party. And so today we are going to be talking about habits. Today we're going to talk about habits. I have a book that I would like for you guys to read, especially if you are going to attend the roadmap party. I would like for you to read this book before you attend. And there's some templates and also some other things that I'm going to add with this. So with that being said, there's only 5 seats available left for the roadmap party. So it filled up pretty quick. Remember, I said I want to cap it at 25, so it's 5 seats left. So if you are interested in attending the roadmap party, then I am telling you now to go on and check your emails, because that is where I sent the emails out with the link, or you can go to my Instagram bio and go to my Instagram bio, click the link, and you'll be able to see my link tree as the top button, and you'll be able to join the Zoom. You have to register for your seat. So with that being said, everybody, good morning. My name is Miss Nikkie. I am your host of Coffee with Nikkie, your daily cup of information and inspiration. How are you guys doing this morning? Okay, so if you don't know, when our roadmap party is a vision board with a map. That's the slogan. We are having our roadmap party January 7th at 6 p.m. So if you are interested, make sure that you secure your date, make sure that you save your seat, and let's get it. Let's go. This is going to be different. If you are wanting 2024 to be a whole lot different for you, then this is where you need to be. We are going to figure out what we want for our goals, what we actually want for our goals, and create a plan in order to get there, right? We're creating the roadmap in order for us to get there. And in order for those things to happen, there's some internal work that we have to do. There's some external work that we have to do. There's some things that we have to get taken care of before we even get into that. And so that is what we dedicated the whole month of December for. December is all about us getting prepared for the roadmap party for the whole year of 2024. So with that being said, I hope you guys are super excited, super excited about the roadmap party. I'm excited about it because it's something that I have never done before. And so I'm excited to see, I want to hear what's going on with you guys. I love hearing when you guys are having transformation. I love when you guys are breaking habits and you seeing that you can actually do something, things that you told yourself that you couldn't do before, and you actually see yourself succeeding in that. I absolutely love that. So I know that 2024 and this roadmap party is going to take you there. I already know, right? And with that being said, y'all, let me check and see who is in the building. Good morning, everybody. So we have Miss Lois. Miss Lois is first in the building. So Miss Lois says, good morning, Queenies. I'm blessed and highly favored. Yes, and yes. Cousin is in the building, and all you guys know who Cousin is, right? Cousin is the best moderator on what? Earth. The best moderator on earth is in the building. Yes, and yes. Good morning, Dee. Dee says, hey, all. Big Meech is in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Hey, sis. Hey, Chantel. Chantel is in the building. She said, good morning. Hey, Miss Quell. Miss Quell is in the building. Good morning, Jasmine. Jasmine says, good morning, Chris Marie. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Miss Betty Rose. Betty Rose says, good morning, everyone. I am blessed and highly favored. I was on tomorrow's live. Oh, you was on tomorrow's live. Got you. Good morning, Terry. Welcome. Terry said, good morning. This is my first live. Welcome to Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. And I hope you like it here. And please use this opportunity to tell me a little bit more about yourself and about your business. And yeah, and welcome, everybody. Welcome, Terry, to the room. Hey Jordan. I hope you're doing good. Good morning. Jasmine says, so excited and blessed this morning. Oh, yes. Come on, blessings. Move my work desk next to my passion desk. Oh, a passion desk. I need some more information about this passion desk, Jazz. So I'll have a better time during downtime. Oh, I love that. Miss Linda's in the building. I love when Miss Linda tells me about her morning. She says, good morning, everyone. I am blessed and ready for my miracles today. Yes, and yes. Cousin is the best moderator on earth. Yes. Good morning, Yolanda. Yolanda's in the building. She said, good morning, babes. Good morning, Martini. Good morning. All right, everybody. Yes, welcome, Terry, to the building. And Terry, please let us know what you do. Let us know what you do. Today, we are going to be talking about habits. And one of the suggested readings is Atomic Habits. That is my favorite all-time book. I think every entrepreneur should have this book in their library. It should be in your library, on your Audible. It should be somewhere. You should read this. This book should be read at least quarterly, if not more. Like I will listen to it periodically, because you can listen to a whole book in a day, right? So I listen to it periodically, and I get something different every single time. And this book helps you to figure out how to create habits that are going to stick by not trying to abruptly change everything immediately, by doing small little things at a time and help yourself get into the habit of doing things. So we're going to talk about that today. Yesterday we were talking about you don't lose, you learn, right? And so this is how we want to have our mindset working for 2024, right? We're not going to look at failure as a way to be, to be stopped. We're looking at failure as a life lesson. We're looking at failure as a teacher. We're looking at failure to reflect and see what can we do that can be different? How can we approach something different? We're going to be hungry in approaching whatever that thing is. Okay, so I failed at it. So now how can I win? Right? I failed at that thing. So how can I overcome that thing? How can I overcome that fear? How can I overcome that disappointment? How can I overcome whatever it is that comes across our path? How can we overcome that and make that failure a teachable moment that we are going to excel from? So that was an amazing point. I got that from Jeezy yesterday. And if you want to go and follow me on social media, that is one of the videos that I posted yesterday. And also another thing that we were talking about was doing, making sure that your fundamentals are set, making sure that you have a firm foundation, because as entrepreneurs, we're just always on go. And sometimes we're doing things and we're just doing things. We're in the motion of doing things and we're learning as we go. And we don't know sometimes what the basic structure is because we just jumped in at a particular point. And so I was saying yesterday, entrepreneurship, sometimes you got to back up a little bit. And sometimes in life with anything, right? Sometimes you got to back up to move forward. And so that's what we were talking about yesterday. Sometimes you got to do like a slingshot. You got to pull yourself back, get the momentum going, and so you could propel yourself forward. So some of those things are going back and setting up your business structure, right? Some of the things are going back and setting up your email. Some of the things are setting up systems. Some of the things are setting up your website. Some of the things, like there's a lot of things that we need to go back and fix. And since we're so busy, we can't fix those things when we're in the moment. And so, we're going to stop that and go back to fix it, because then it'll run easily or easier once everything is all set up. Once we have the foundation, we're able to move forward, and we're able to move forward effectively, as opposed to trying to fix things, like, oh my gosh, now I need to set this up. Oh my gosh, I need to set this up. So we want to make sure everything is together. So with that being said, let me check and see what's going on in the chat. Jasmine said her passion desk is where I do my creative work. I love it. I love that. So your passion desk is next to your work desk, and so you'll be able to just slide across. I like that. Martini said, welcome. I like that, Jazz. Me too. I went to an event and someone suggested that book. Okay. She said it's a must have. It's absolutely a must have. I think everybody in this room needs to have that book. If you're catching me on the replay, I'm suggesting that you grab Atomic Habits. There's some books that I suggest, that are just suggested reading. I don't think that is essential for every entrepreneur to have. This book is essential. This is something that I think every entrepreneur should have. And it helps you, again, it helps you to create healthy habits. It helps you to create habits by changing just a little bit at a time instead of trying to, you know what I'm saying? When you try to do something and you try to change everything all at once, what's going to happen is you're going to revert. What's going to happen is you're going to do it more than you did it before, right? And so we don't want that to happen. We want to create habits that are going to stick. We want to create habits that are going to take us to the next level, to create successful habits, period, right? So that is what we want. So with that being said, y'all ready for today? I got my notes. If you would like my notes, I do put my notes in the community. If you guys don't know how to get to the community, it is at Bubble Babes, BABEZ University.com. Click community, create you an account. And if you sign up for the Honor Society, that is where you'll find my Coffee with Nikki notes. And I put my notes in there daily. So if you would like to go back and read through what I was thinking and how I was creating the plan, or, what I wanted to say for today, it will be in the Honor Society. So, and the Honor Society is an all access membership where you have access to previous lives, downloads, tools, resources, book club, accountability club. All of that is going to be in the Honor Society. And not to mention, not to mention, I need to, everybody who was in the GIST group, you guys did not remind me, so I'm assuming y'all weren't keeping up. But I'm gonna put you guys not together. Let me see. I have to we have to meet again because we need to check and see the progress. So if you are in the GIST group, I need to meet up with you guys. I have to meet up with Lakeisha Keisha. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 people I have to meet up with. So I will send you a message directly, and I will just ask you, how you doing on your goals, right? So everybody put Atomic Habits. First of all, you can get Atomic Habits on YouTube, but it is a computer, or however it's being read on a computer. It's not a real person. I like to have my books with somebody energetic reading if it's not the author, because if there's no energy while they're reading the book, I feel like my mind goes everywhere else but what they're saying. So if however you like to consume your information, if you don't mind a voice that sounds kind of robotic off of YouTube, you can get the book for free off of YouTube. I like to listen to my audio. I like to listen to my books, because listening to my books, I can continue to do what I'm doing. The only downside of that is that I can't write my notes when I am listening to the book and I'm working. So I'm usually trying to leave it to my memory, or writing it on a little piece of paper that ends up going in the garbage, or I'm looking at it like, what was I thinking when I wrote this, right? So totally up to you how you want to do it. You may want to listen to the book in the morning when you wake up, so everything could be fresh in your mind, or you may want to do it before you go to bed so you could think about it when you wake up. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on how you consume your information and how will you retain it. So with that being said, everybody go on ahead and get the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. Atomic Habits by James Clear. One more time. Atomic Habits by James Clear. So y'all go on ahead and grab that book. That book is awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me see. Terry says, thank you, ladies. I'm part of the Honor Society. Okay, there you go. There you go. My business is hemp bath and body products. I love hemp bath and body products. It's cute. Business name is Aunt Chi Handcrafts. Aunt Chi Handcrafts. Okay. All right. Well, let's get it, Miss Terry. Let's get it, Miss Terry. Okay, so today, are y'all excited? Are y'all excited for 2024? Let me know in the chat. Are you excited for 2024? You should be excited. You should be excited for today because you're here, right? So, but I'm saying, are you excited for what's to come for 2024? Put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat if you are excited to see what 2024 is going to do for you. We're going to make 2024 do what it do. Do people really say that anymore? But let's put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. I'm smelling pine. And that is because we did I don't know where I dropped it. It's somewhere or near me. And we had did a fragrance review for aromatic fragrances. It might be the bag. And so we reviewed these 6 fragrances, and all of them, they're potent, but all of them are not my favorites. There are a few that are my favorites, but the one that I'm smelling right now is not one of them. It smells like pine. I don't dislike it, but it is very strong. It is very strong. All right, so let me see what you guys are saying. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm excited. Yes, I'm excited. Ones in the chat. Yes, 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 and yes, very excited. Yes, yes. Okay. Yes. All right. So, this is something again, I'm trying to make sure that what we're doing for the entire month of December, and we only got we got what? A week left because I am going to show up next week. I will be here the 27th to I think the 26th to the 20th. Let me see what my dates are. Let me see what my dates are because I will be here. I will be back on the 27th to the 29th or the 26th to the 29th. I'm not sure yet if I'm coming back the day after Christmas or 2 days, but either way, I'm coming back that week. I'm coming back that week. And then we'll be off on January 1st, and then we'll be back January 7th. 2nd, excuse me, January 2nd, we'll be back. So let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Okay, so everybody, if you can, go on ahead and get you the book if you don't have it. I don't know how you like to learn. If you like to have the physical book in your hands, I will order it because I would like for you guys to read it before you attend the roadmap party. And if not, and you want the audio book, go on ahead to Audible and grab the book. And if you want to grab it for free, you can go on ahead to YouTube and start listening to the book for free. The words are still the same. So if you could deal with the way the words are being recorded, then go ahead and knock yourself out and listen to it and take notes, right? So the goal is to be better, right? So how are we going to be better? We're not going to change everything in one sitting, right? We're going to change things in small increments, right? Because if we do them in small increments, it gives us time to adjust, it gives us time to get used to it, and it gives us time to add on to it. And so in the book, James Clear says doing 1%, right? If you do 1% every day, that is going to be better than doing no percent, and your 1% is going to add up. And so we're going to talk about that today, just changing just a little bit of whatever the habit is that you want to change, or the habit that you want to, create. You want to do something different, and you want to create a pattern, but just doing something small and not trying to change everything at one time. So with that being said, I want to ask you guys, if you know, how long do you think it takes to form a habit? How long do you think it takes to form a habit? How many days? How many months? How many years? How many days do you think it takes for you to form a habit? In the chat. In the chat. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to go into the science of the habit. How long does it take to form a habit? How long do you think it takes to form a habit? 21 days, but I think it's more. Okay, 45 days. Come on. Keep them coming. 21 days. Okay. Keep them coming. How long do you think it takes to form a habit? We have 221 days. We have 141, 45 days. And I also want to come back with that one, a month. Okay, keep going. I want to come back with that, and I want to ask, when you're changing your habits, do you at least do them for the time that you suggested in the chat? So when you're trying to change your habits, so Jasmine, when you're trying to change your habit, are you doing it for at least 21 days? Yolanda, are you doing it for at least 45 days? Chantel, are you doing it for at least 21 days? Big Meech, are you doing it for a month? Um, Betty Rose, are you doing it for a month? Like, when you have your new habit, are you doing it for the time that you set out? I mean, not the time you set out, for the time that you suggested. 30 days, 7 days. So for the people who commented, are you for the people who commented, I gotta fix it. For the people who commented, are you doing the new habit for the time that you suggested? Yes or no? Yes or no? I usually fall off by day 3. Okay. Okay. And this is why this book is going to be very helpful. And especially if you read it and you didn't apply anything, this is the time to start applying things. No. Okay. Okay. Come on, let's get it. Let's go. So then it's safe to say, if we're not sticking to the time frame that we have in creating the new habit, it's safe to say that we're not going to create a pattern of this habit because we're not doing it for enough time according to what you guys say, right? I give up after a week. Betty Rose said yes. Chantel said yes. Big Me says I fall off sometimes. Linda says yes. All right, so here is the science behind the pattern. It takes 2 months. It takes 2 months before a new behavior becomes automatic. Before it becomes automatic. So the exact time that they have here is 66 days. So it takes 66 days in order for this habit pattern to form and to be automatic. Right? So can we commit to 66 days? Can we commit to, like, we'll create the habit. We're going to talk more about that in, later on. But do you think you can commit to 66 days in order for this habit to be automatic? Put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Morning Miracle was very instrumental in helping me maintain the new habit. Yes. That's another good book. Another great, not good, great. That's another great book. Let me know in the chat. Can you commit to 66 days to create a new habit? Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. We have 365 days in the year. All we're asking is that you can do 66 days. Can you do, not weird, but you know what I'm saying? That's what the science is. But can you do 66? Can you do 66? Put ones in the chat. I know you can do anything for a minute. You can do anything for 20 minutes. You can do, but can you commit to the 66 days? Put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. And so the information that I have here is 2 months. It's on average, it takes more than 2 months before a new habit, a new behavior becomes automatic. 66 days to be exact. And how long a new habit can form can vary between, from person and the behavior and the circumstances. So it could take 18 days, or it could take all the way up to 254 days for people to form a new habit, right? 66 days is what they say is on average, but it can take from 18 to 254 days, depending on the person, depending on their behavior, and depending on their circumstances. Right? Thank you so much, Big Meech. Yes, everybody, hit it, hit it, hit it. One, have to be focused, and I have to be focused and on myself about it. Okay. Okay, that's fine, because we're going to make sure that it's obvious. We're going to make sure that we're doing what we need to do in order for this thing to stick, right? So the first thing, there's four laws for behavior change to building good habits and breaking old ones. 4, right? The first one is to make it obvious. The second one is to make it attractive. The third one is to make it easy. And the fourth one is to make it satisfying. And so we've touched on some of this, for the month of December and previously, right? We spoke about some of this before. So, number one, make it obvious. To make it obvious, right? You're going to have to change things in your environment to make it obvious, right? What do I mean by changing things in your environment? Well, if you want to work out, then how can you make it obvious that you need to work out, or it's time to work out, or what can you do in order to say I need to work out today, right? So let's think about it. What if you know that you need to work out? What can you do? What can you change in your environment to make sure that you are going to do the workout, right? And so some things that you can do is you can take your workout clothes, and you can lay out your workout clothes and put it on a chair, so as soon as you wake up in the morning that you put those workout clothes on. At the end of the day, if you know that you're going to work out after work, then you can have your clothes in the car, your workout bag in the car right there in the passenger side, so that you know you're going directly to the gym. You could have an accountability partner. You can say, I'm going to the gym with so and so, and this can be online, or this can be in person. And so that you have somebody that you're going to the gym with, so now you're held accountable for going to the gym. Or you can have the message that you send to somebody if you're doing it online, and you could say, well, we're going to go to the gym at 5 o'clock. Okay, so it's 4:45. I'm about to hit the gym. Da 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 da. I'm on my way. Whatever. So that'll help you to hold yourself accountable to it, right? But if we add something that's going to allow us to change our environment in order to do it, we're more likely to do it, right? We're more likely to do it. So again, if that's working out, what could you do? If working out was one of your things, what can you do within your environment that will ensure that you will do your workout? So that's a question that I'm asking you, right? What can you do within your environment that is going to ensure that you will work out? Is that wearing your running shoes? Is that having your workout bag at the door? Is that having your workout clothes at the bottom of on your chair, or in the bathroom? So as soon as you walk in there to wash your face and brush your teeth, you got to throw on your workout clothes. Is it to set an alarm so that you're going to wake up earlier? What can you do in your environment that is going to ensure that you do the thing? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. So if working out was your thing, what could you do in your environment? What can you do in your environment? Right? And so it says our environment is full of cues that'll trigger the habit, right? So if we know that we're trying to eat healthy, and we have a bunch of junk food in the cabinet, but we're trying to say our willpower is going to help us to not eat the junk food that's in the cabinet, we're going to see it, and something is going to trigger us to make, oh, I'm just going to eat one. Oh, I'm just going to eat a few. Oh, I'm just going to just eat this. I'm not going to eat it tomorrow. Right? So we'll have those things. Those are cues. So how can you remove that so that it can be something that is going to help you to achieve the thing that you want to achieve? You want to eat healthy. So what can you do that is going to replace that cue? So you can say, I'm going to put healthy snacks in my cabinet right now, so I don't have the urge or the need to want to eat junk food. I'm going to change the snacks in my cabinet, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to take all the soda out of my refrigerator, so that I'm just, the soda and the juice out of my refrigerator, so that I can only drink water. I'm going to replace the candies and the chips and things like that with fruits and vegetables, right? It may not be amazing and delicious the way you want it, satisfying like the candy, but you're eliminating those things so that you can successfully incorporate the new habit, right? So you can successfully incorporate the new habit. I have to have a visual, like written on the board or sticky notes everywhere, so I can see it and be aware of it. So if you know that, then it needs to be everywhere. So the trigger may be right on top of your phone when you wake up, right? It may be on your bathroom mirror. It may be on your refrigerator. It may be on top of your laptop, so that you know to remind yourself you are conscious, you are reminded of the things that you need to do, right? You are reminded of the things that you need to do. And I wrote down, our environment is full of cues that can trigger habits. By setting up the environment for you to do the thing, you're going to more likely be willing to do it, right? You're going to be more likely to do the thing, right? So the next thing I had, so how could you prepare your environment? How can you prepare your environment? How can you prepare your environment? Well, I asked you 3 times because I want to make sure you remember, right? So if your plan is to read more, what can you do to read more, right? Reading more may, I may put the book by my nightstand so I can read at night before I go to bed. I might put the book in my bag for lunchtime or on top of my laptop, or where would I put the book? Maybe I say I'll have Audible on as soon as I get into my car so that it'll automatically play the book. How can you set up your environment, right? And if you set up your environment, these little changes are going to be able to help you, get into the habit of doing them. Because if we're taking a small little thing by just making sure that we adjust the environment, that's not even saying, okay, well, I'm saying I'm reading 5 times a day, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. That's not even saying that. That's just saying, I'm going to set my environment up for success, right? If you know that you don't want to work in a cluttered environment, right, where your workstation is, I know that every night I can clean my work environment, because that will ensure that when I wake up in the morning, it'll be clutter free, right? I can make sure that I'm putting certain things away so that I know when I wake up in the morning, it'll be ready for me to work. And I could be effective, and I could do what I need to do, and I can move, more quickly throughout my day and get my tasks done in a timely manner, as opposed to trying to work in this chaos, clean in between, doing what I got to do, trying to clean again, doing more and doing more. You know what I'm saying? Like it just gets really, and I know because that's how I like to operate, and I got to change that. That's a habit that I have to change. So yesterday was one of the days that I implemented something small for my clear work environment, is to clear off the table that I'm working on. So when I wake up in the morning, I could just sit down and do what I needed to do. So I have a clear space, clear mind when I start my day, right? And so it does help quite a lot, because I'm not trying to figure out where everything goes or trying to do another project on top of the mess that I already have. Right. Good morning, Kay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So changing our environment to help us get to doing the habit is going to help us tremendously. Right. So reading more, again, you can have the book on your nightstand. You can have the book on top of your laptop. If you wake up and you say you want to read in the morning before you start your day, put the book on top of your laptop. Put the book in your favorite chair. Put the book somewhere where you're going to be able to read it, right? Or listen to Audible. I could listen to Audible on my way to work. I could listen to Audible at lunchtime. I could listen to Audible before I go to bed. Like, how are you going to do it? Set that up, put it on a timer, whatever you need to do in order for that to happen. Create the environment, create this space. If you know that you want to spend less time on the phone, then as Chantel was saying, there's an app called, she said, Focus, I think is the name of the app. Or you can just turn your phone off, put it on do not disturb, and you can say, from this hour to this hour, I am not going to be on this, not going to be on social media. I'm not going to use my phone after a certain time. Whatever that thing is, just figure out how you can work that into your environment, right? If you know that you want to not spend time mindless scrolling, then you're not going to have your phone right here while all of your alerts are going off. You're going to put your phone in another room. You're going to turn your phone off. You're going to turn on this app. You're going to do something that is going to help you to be successful at the habit that you said you want to do. So you got to create that environment, right? You want to work out. You want to have a healthier lifestyle. Have your workout clothes set up and ready for you to go. Let that be the first thing that you put on in the morning, if that's how it's going to be. If you're going to do it after work, make sure that your stuff is in the car, or whatever. Make sure you have an accountability partner, whatever that looks like for you. You want to make sure that you set your environment up for success. Yes. Put yes in the chat. Yes in the chat. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just got finished with my Pilates class. Hey, I love that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, y'all. So let me know. Let me know in the chat. Put it in the chat. So you want to make sure that you increase the visibility for your cues for good habits. So you want to make sure you see it so you know that you're immediately triggered to do the thing that you are trying to change, right? You want to see that and do it immediately, right? We're changing the way we see things, right? The more you see the cues, the more likely you're going to act out on them, right? You're going to redesign your environment. You're going to modify your surroundings so that the cues that you're making for the good habits are visible, and it reduces the bad cues, right? So if you don't have your workout clothes set out for you, then that's going to increase your chances of you not working out. If you don't have the book by the bed, or however you like to read, if you don't have your reading material where you are going to do the thing, and you got to go find it, you got to choose what book you want to read, you got to do all the things, you give yourself time to cancel that thing out. You give yourself time to not read. You give yourself, you know what I'm saying, like you give yourself time to not do what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So you want to make sure that you are going to create the environment and everything that needs to be in that environment in order for you to be successful, that you set that all up. That you set it all up. I thought my phone was on silent, and it ain't. Okay, now it is. All right. So we're creating an environment that is going to allow us to create good, healthy habits and cues that we can pick up immediately, that is going to trigger us to do the thing that we want to do and not the thing that we're trying to avoid. Right. So the thing is, we're trying to read more, we're trying to get more hydrated, we're trying to work out, we're trying to eliminate distractions on social media. If we're trying to eliminate all of those things, then we need to create the environment in order for us to do so. Let me know if you're with me. Let me know if you're with me. Sounds like it should be easy, right? It should be easy for us to go ahead and do the things, but just because it's easy, it's also hard, right? And so as long as we're trying, if not trying, as long as we're setting ourselves up to do what we need to do, we can ensure that we are more likely to do it, right? If we set up the environment, right? So, what is the habit? Everybody in the room, what is the habit that you want to create for 2024? What's one habit you want to create for 2024? Let me know in the chat. You can say one habit that you want to get rid of. It could be a habit that you want to add. Maybe it's something that you don't do. What's a habit that you want to have for 2024, or that you want to create for 2024? Put it in the chat. What's a habit that you want to create for 2024? Is it working out more? Is it reading more? Is it drinking more water? Is it networking more? Is it whatever it is, whatever it is. What is a habit you want to create for 2024? Put it in the chat. 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 I already told you guys, one of my habits is that I want to be more clutter free. So more clutter free means for me is setting up a clean environment. That means at night when I'm finished working, that even though I may have a ton of things on my plate, that I am going to at least tidy up. At least tidy up so that when I do come in the morning, I have a clean slate to work on. So I want to work on decluttering and being clutter free in my area, in my work environment, so that I can effectively get my jobs done. Right? I can effectively do what I need to do. So Kay says she wants to network more. So how can you set up an environment that you're going to network more? So that means you can open up opportunities. You can engage with people on their business pages. You can go to events. You can set up, say, I want to do, however many events. Maybe you're going to take business cards out with you every day, and you're going to give out business cards every day. Maybe on your way home from work, you're going to stop at somewhere and say, offer your services or whatever. Like, what can you do to create this environment? What can you do to create this environment? Laura says confidence. So how are you going to create the confidence? You're going to have to start doing things that are going to build your confidence. You're going to have to start doing the things that you say, oh, I'm so shy, I can't do it, or I'm not that type of person. You're going to have to go out and do those things, because the only thing that's going to build the confidence is you doing it more. Right? You gotta know that you can do it. So in order to know if you can do it, you gotta do it. Right? So you gotta create that environment. Batch create content for posting and learn more about other waxes. And how could you make that a habit? Right? How can you make that a habit? You can say, you can set up a time where you're going to create batches. You can set up a time when you're going to look for new ideas. You can set up time when you're going to learn. And so you can say, 30 minutes a day, I am going to learn. So after I do whatever at 2 o'clock, I am going to learn. So whatever you need, your notebook, your laptop, whatever it is that you need to do to learn, have that ready and to the side, and have your alarm on so that you know that you got to go on ahead and do that. The alarm sets, to go to wherever you're going to sit and do your studies. You're studying, your laptop is there, your notebook is there, your pen is there, and you're ready to take notes and you're ready to learn, right? But you're going to set up your environment so that you can be successful in doing what it is that you want to do, right? Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Go to more events and socialize. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna have to make that is how are you gonna make that a habit? You got to learn how to make that a habit. So what does that look like to you? What does that look like to you? Maybe you're going to spend after work, you're going to go to mixers, or after work, you're going to look for events that you can go to, and or classes or things online that you can do so that you can network more and build more of, connections with people. Melissa says networking and go to Pilates at least 3 times a week. So how can you make sure that you're going to go to Pilates 3 times a week? Right? How can you make sure? Is that, if you're going in the morning because you just said you got back, is that, again, getting your workout clothes ready and leaving them on a chair ready for you to go, or leaving them in the bathroom as soon as you wake up? You can put your workout clothes on. What does it look like? What is that going to look like for you? How can you make that environment work for what it is that you want to accomplish? Right? Because if you got to search for, and this is what, when I used to do it, and I got to get back into it, but when I used to work out in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, well, 3, I would wake up at 3. About 3:30 I would start my workout. And so what I would do is I would work out in my pajamas, right? Because I always said, if I have a chance, if I have time to put on my clothes, and I have time to change my mind. And so I would just work out in my pajamas. That way I know that I'm immediately going to work out as soon as I wake up. Right? So we have to create the environment. So the first thing we have to do is make it obvious. Make it obvious and put whatever you need in your environment in order for you to get it done. Does everybody understand that? Let me know if you understand it. Let me know if I'm not clear. Make it obvious. How can you create the environment so that you can make sure that you can do the thing that you are going to, is going to trigger you to do the habit? Let me know if I am clear. Let me know. Let me know. And what the thing is that you guys are saying, how can you create that environment for yourself? Right? I know I suggested some things based on, just generally, but what do you think that you can do that can create the environment? You know yourself. You know what you have to do in a day. What your home looks like. You know what your job schedule is like. You know all those things. So what can you do that is going to help you create that environment? Right? And again, you don't have to change up a whole bunch of anything. It could be something as simple as putting your workout sneakers at at the bed right next to your slippers. It can be something as simple as putting a water bottle right there on your nightstand if you want to stay hydrated or you want to drink more water. It can be something simple like getting one of those water bottles to say how much you drink and saying you want to drink whatever amount by whatever amount. But just having that water bottle there will show that you said I want to drink more water, and you're going to be more conscious of the habit, right? So what does that look like for you? What does it look like for you? Well, how could you create that environment for you? How can you create the environment for you? Knowing what you have going on, knowing what everything looks like in your home, knowing what your schedule looks like, knowing all of those things, what can you do to create the environment so that you can set up these triggers that are going to help you to do the thing that you need to do? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: the declutter. And I know I tell you every day, I can work in organized chaos, but it felt really good to sit in a clear space and just be able to start working without cleaning before I started to work, right? Because it allows you to do different things and to be distracted, right? If my workspace was as cluttered, by me cleaning things, getting distracted by some things that I find, doing other things, going off track, doing all this other stuff, it will help to make me distracted even more, right? Because I don't went off and done something else, and then I don't do my job. I don't get what I have to get done. I don't feel like I've accomplished anything in the morning, and I feel like it was just a waste of my morning, right? Because even though I was clearing up my space, I got distracted doing other things. So now it was easier for me to just sit down right by my laptop and do the things that I needed to do, cut my soap, lay my soap out, do all the things that I needed to do because my area was clean and ready for me to work. Right? It was clean and ready for me to work. So make it obvious is the first one. The next thing is make it attractive. And this is what I was talking about last time, like make it attractive. So if working out is your thing, then how can I make working out attractive? Right? Nobody wants to work out. Mostly everybody hates going to the gym. Everybody, you got the people who absolutely love it and they're addicted to it and that's their thing. But you got people who really just don't want to do it and don't want to go, right? And so how can I make it attractive? How can I make it something that I want to do, right? So I can do something that I want to learn. I can do something that is a little bit more fun. Maybe I want to learn how to dance. Maybe I want to learn how to do a certain kind of dance. Maybe I want to learn how to swim. Maybe I want to learn how to play a kind of any sport. Maybe I want to pole dance. Maybe I want to go on a nature trail because I want to see different sights and different things. Whatever that is, how can I make what I have to do attractive? Right? What can I do to make it attractive? And so we got to think about it because it's about the feeling, right? So how can I make this feel good to me? Right? I know I got to work out. So what fun things can I do to work out? Cleaning my house might be the thing, right? I could clean my house and I could kill two birds with one stone. I could clean my house up and down and squatting and doing this and bending here and doing that. I can be working out if I'm going to commit to that every single day, or I can go like I said, walking. I can go to play tennis. I can go and play basketball. Whatever the thing is, I can do something that is going to be fun that will make this habit now attractive. Yes, I got to work out, but how can I make it attractive? How can I make it something fun? How can I make it something that I really want to do? Right? And so you got to make it attractive. Got to make the habit attractive. Good morning, Patricia and Alejandro. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How can you make the habit how can you make the thing you have to do attractive? Right? So pair it with something that you're going to enjoy. Pair it with something that is going to make you feel like you're going to stick with it because you got to learn this skill, right? You want to make sure that you have a certain skill level at this particular thing. You may be learning from the beginning. You may want to be adding something to your repertoire. I know a lot of y'all said y'all were cheerleaders and dancers. So maybe you want to take a dance class. Maybe you want to do a step aerobics class. Maybe you want to do one of those classes on the trampoline, something like that to make it fun. Maybe, just going straight to the gym and doing cardio and doing certain things Maybe that's not fun for you. So how can you make it more attractive? Right? How can you make it more attractive? And if once you start thinking about that, that's going to help you stick to the habit. Right? Make the thing attractive is going to help you stick to it. Right? Let's see. I made a habit out of going to Pilates twice a week for the past 8 months, and now I'm addicted to it. See? 6 months. Well, they say what? I said 66 days it takes to form the habit. So 2 months. So you was good and into it. Good, 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 good. All right. So we're going to make it attractive by pairing it with something that you want to do, right? If you know that you have to clean and you saying, okay, how can I make cleaning attractive? Cleaning is not attractive. I hate it. I don't want to do it ever, right? So what could I do? I could be doing different things. I could be cleaning and listening to my favorite kind of music, right? So I'm dancing and cleaning and having a good time while I'm cleaning and organizing. I could also be listening to an audiobook or a podcast, because I could be learning something while I'm cleaning. I could be doing, just engaging differently. Maybe I could have the kids doing something. We created a fun activity, and that's attractive because I have the kids and I want them to clean. I need to clean, and I need to do this. I need to get this stuff together. So maybe me and the kids can do an activity where we make it fun. So maybe they're doing a scavenger hunt, but they got to do certain things in order to get the thing done. And so maybe we're all doing a scavenger hunt to see what we find, or a treasure hunt, or whatever. How can you make the habit that you want to form attractive? How can you make the habit that you want to form attractive, right? If you know that relaxation is something that you want to start doing because you're like stressed out, you have so much on your plate, and you just like at your wits end, what can you do to relax? So I can say, okay, baths relax me. All right, so how could I stack on that bath, right? What could I do? So I could take the bath, and I know journaling is something that I want to do. I could journal while I'm in the bath. I know that affirmations is something that I want to do. I could do my affirmations while I'm in the bath, right? So you're doing a couple of things to satisfy the things that you want to do. So relaxing is one of the things. Journaling may have been something. Self-improvement may have been something else. Taking care of your self-care may have been something else. You know what I mean? So you put all those things together and you make it attractive for you, and then you'll be able to get it done because you know that you're going to be killing two birds with one stone. Yes? Yes, yes, and yes. Let me know if you're with me. Let me know if you're with me. Right. And so once you start doing those things, you want to offer yourself rewards, right? Yeah, we talk about celebrating your wins all the time. You want to offer yourself a reward. What are you going to do for doing the things that you said you're going to do? Maybe you're going to reward yourself weekly. Maybe you're going to reward yourself daily. Maybe you're going to reward yourself every month. But how are you going to reward yourself? Because you got to know, I feel good about what I've accomplished, right? And if you feel good about what you've accomplished, you're going to continue to do it because you want to continue to feel good, right? And so that in turn is going to help you to create more of the habit that you're going to continue to be consistent with, because it feels good. It feels nice for you to celebrate that small win. It feels nice for you to accomplish that thing. It feels good to you. And so how can I create more of this thing so I could feel good all the time, or more of the time? Right? Yes, yes, and yes. Good. Okay. All right. So another thing that I want to ask you guys, and you guys are not really responding to me, so I hope y'all catch the replay and write these things down for yourself. Um, what's one of the habits that you can make more attractive? What's one of the habits that you want to have for 2024 that you can make more attractive? Hello, KQ. KQO. Am I saying it right? When we on the other side of rap and presence, rap better. I might have said something, but I don't remember. But let me know in the chat what you mean. Let me see who this. Can I see who this is? No. When our other side of rap and presence, rap better. All right, y'all. So how can you make your habits more attractive for you? How can you make it more attractive for you? What could you do? So I'm going to use Melissa as an example because Melissa says going to Pilates twice a week for the past 8 months now, and now she's addicted. So what could you do that you're going to reward yourself for and make it more attractive? So you may want to add an extra day on it, right? And so you may want to do a different kind of Pilates. Maybe you want to do Pilates in a certain type of environment or whatever. So what could you do to make that attractive? Right? Maybe you want to wear certain kind of workout clothes. Maybe you're going to make sure that you have certain things ready for you so that you can go ahead to your Pilates class. Do we jump open a real store with an unknown trademark? I'm not sure what you're talking about, KQ. I'm not sure what you're talking about. How can you make it more attractive? What can you do with your Pilates class, Melissa, that's going to make it more attractive? What can you do? Michi says she's cleaning up and she's purging her house, right? So what could you do to make it more attractive? I don't feel like cleaning. I don't want to clean. I just don't have it in me. So what could I do to make it more fun? How can I make it more attractive to to you? Now, how can I? How can you make it more attractive to you? And what can you do? What can you do? I don't know if my something just happened with my the people in my room. Something just happened. So I don't know if you guys can hear and see me. Can you guys hear me and see me okay? Can you guys hear me and see me okay? Stack something you like doing. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't like cleaning, but I love listening to podcasts. So you can listen to the podcast. You can listen to the podcast while you're cleaning, right? And you could say after the podcast, I'm going to either listen to another podcast and keep on going because you want to keep the momentum going, or you could say after the podcast, I'm going to wrap it up and I'm going to, go on to the next thing. However you want to do it, at least give yourself where you want to be, make it attractive again, and go on ahead and do it. Right? Go on ahead and do it. Give a reward with goals. What's the reward that you would want to give yourself? What's the reward that you'd want to give yourself? Play music and set challenges for myself. Play music and set challenges for myself. For example, I have to do a room a day until I'm done. That's absolutely wonderful because we like to feel like we got to clean the whole entire house, top to bottom. By the time we get midway, we're like exhausted. So a room a day sounds like something that is doable, right? We could do a room a day. um Put on an hour-long podcast and get it done. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't like cleaning, but I love listening to music. So again, put on the music, put your favorite music on, dance while you cleaning, do what you need to do. And that's going to make it attractive to you because you want to dance, you want to have a good old time, and you playing your music, you popping and you cleaning, popping and cleaning, popping and cleaning, and it's going to make it attractive and it's going to get done, right? So you want to make sure that you make the job, you make the habit attractive and give yourself a reward for doing it, right? Um, so the next thing is to make it easy. How can you make it easy? Michi just gave a good example of it. How can you make it easy? She said instead of doing a whole entire house, she's going to challenge herself to a room a day, right? She could challenge herself to a room a day. It's doable. It doesn't feel like it's overwhelming, and it's something that is going to be a small change that she can apply today. That is going to help her to be successful in what she needs to do for the rest of the week, the rest of the month, the rest of the whatever, right? So make it easy. If you make it easy, you're more likely to stick to it. If you make it easy and you make it manageable, there's not going to be too much friction, not too much tension. You're not going to have to fight yourself in order to get it done. You're going to figure it out and you're going to do it. And if you do a little bit and then add something on, it's going to be easier. So if I say I have not worked out ever, and then I say, okay, so now I want to work out every day. So how can I make working out every day attractive? I'm going to do pole dancing, or pole dancing is like one of my favorites because I feel like it gives you you have strength, you have tone, like your body gets toned, like everything is good with pole dancing to me. In my opinion, I like it. But so if I want to do that, Maybe I want to learn how to pull myself up on the pole. So how could I make it easy? I could play the music and do what I need to do, and then I can make it easy. But I'm reducing the friction, because this is this is the skill that I want to learn how to do. I want to learn how to pull myself up on the pole, and that's going to eliminate some of that friction, right? It's going to eliminate some of that friction. So how can you make the thing that you want to do easy? And then like I was saying, is do a little bit and then add on something. So after I do that, okay, so my next thing is that I want to learn how to um just run and jump. I don't know. The next thing I want to do is a move, right? Or whatever you call it, a trick, right? On a pole. So I'm going to teach myself how to do it. But that may not be the next thing I put myself into. So let's not do that one. So pulling yourself up, that was like challenging. So the next thing is maybe mm, let's get off of the pole. Let's get off the pole. Nikki, get off the pole and get out those clear shoes. Okay. All right. So I'm out of there. Let's see. Let's just do working out. So I'm gonna work out 15 minutes a day. That's easy. I don't feel like I'm overwhelming myself, and I don't feel like it's going to it's going to take too much out of me to work out for 15 minutes. So I'll do 15 minutes for a week until I get into the good steady rhythm. 15 minutes is working out for me. I could do 15 minutes. 2 weeks, I could do 15 minutes, and then maybe after the 2 weeks, I'm going to add 15 more minutes. So now my workout, it has increased to 30 minutes. So now I'm working out 30 minutes as opposed to the 15 minutes. So I'm slowly increasing it so that I can work myself up to where I want to be, instead of abruptly saying I'm going to work out for an hour, knowing that I don't work out and I don't like it. And there's nothing about working out, going to the gym, working out at home that I enjoy. So if I'm saying I can commit to the 15 minutes, and then after that 15 minutes, over time I could commit to the half an hour, it's going to be easier for me to keep on adding different, adding more time to it, so that I can stay consistent. And it's something that I'm conditioning myself to do, right? So it's something that I'm conditioning myself to do. So make it easy. Make it easy. Pole dancing is hard as heck. It is. And so you want to make sure that you learning all the stuff so that you can get it done, because it is hard. It is hard. Let me see. I agree. I would love that. It builds strength. It does. Lots of it. Lots of it. And so if you make it simple, you make it easier to do. If you do small steps a little bit at a time, you're going to be able to continue to keep up the habit again. Because if you try to just say you're going to stop doing everything and try it immediately, it's not going to happen. So you got to give yourself, a little grace and do small steps. And that is how you're going to be able to keep that habit going, right? And make it satisfying. How can it be satisfying for you, right? I'm going to be satisfied because once I'm able to get to the top of the pole, I'll feel accomplished. Once I'm able to do this move, I'm going to feel accomplished. Once I'm able to clean up this room, I'm going to feel accomplished. Once I do a room a day, I'm going to feel accomplished. So I'm satisfied. I can reward myself because I know that I've done what I set out to do. And it's easier for me to do it that way because in smaller steps, it's easier to digest. You can't just swallow a pizza. You got to digest it. You got to eat it bite by bite. And you got to chew it. You got to swallow it, and it's got to digest. You can't just scarf it down without throwing up, right? And by throwing up, I mean like you're going back into what you used to do and doing worse, right? So we're going to make it easier to do, and we're going to digest it easily, right? And so we're going to take it bite by bite, bit by bit, and that way we can chew it, give ourselves time to swallow and digest, so that we can go ahead and take the next bite and do the same thing and the same thing and the same thing, and not be overwhelmed with trying to hurry up and eat the whole pizza. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all, those are the 4 things. So the 4 things are: to 1, to make it obvious; 2, make it attractive; 3, make it easy; and 4, make it satisfying. So again, you guys, I would like for you guys to pick up the book Atomic Habits. So go on ahead, grab the book Atomic Habits, And if you are a part of the roadmap, well, if you have reserved your seat for the roadmap party, then I would like for you to grab that book and read it. Again, you can read it physically, or you can listen to it on YouTube, or you can listen to the audible. And that is it, y'all. That is what I have for y'all today. A 1% is going to be a whole lot better than no percent. So we're going to work on it. We're going to slowly adjust. We're going to work up to where we need to. We're going to create our environment. We're going to put the things that we need in our environment in order for the things for us to do to happen. What else do I want to say? If you're catching the replay, put hashtag replay gang in the chat. Also, if you like what I'm saying and you want to join me, we are here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. This month, we are talking about all things that we need in order to have a successful 2024. If there's anything that you know that you need, please DM me and put Roadmap Party on it, and let me know that there's something that you think that you need in order to have a successful 2024, and that way we can add it to what we have. I have some templates and some things that I want you guys to do. Once I get the 25, I'm going to be sending out all of the materials, the supply list. I'm going to be sending out templates, suggested reading, things of that nature that I will be sending out to you guys. If there's anything that we can do, let me know. Let me know. Let me see. Oh, and the last thing I wanted to ask you guys, do you think a habit tracker would be something that would help you to stay on track with your habits? And a habit tracker is just basically you keeping up with your habits every day that you say that you're going to do the thing. So you'll just be checking it off when you've accomplished the thing. Do you think a habit checker is something that you could use? A habit tracker, excuse me. Put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. If a habit tracker is something that you can use. I gotta stop stumbling on my words. It's going in my head so fast, and I'm trying to get it out. I'm trying to get it out. So let me know if a habit tracker is something that you can use. And while I'm waiting for you, for the way my brain works, yes, okay, got you. Um, while I'm waiting for you guys to respond, I am going to tell you guys, make sure that you sign up for the roadmap party. Again, if you would like my notes, they will be in the Honor Society and the Coffee with Nikki with notes. You can download them. They are in PDF form. What else do I want to tell you guys? Oh, make sure if you're listening to me and you are not yet subscribed, go on ahead and click the subscribe button. Also, wherever that notifications bell is, click that too, so that you can be notified when we are going live. We go live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're also going to be picking back up on our guest schedule. So next year, well, for January, we're going to have our calendar full. And so January and so forth. On Thursdays, we usually invite a professional or a teacher or somebody who is going to be able to help you to take you to the next level. So whatever you need, whether it's branding, whether it's marketing, ads, whatever that thing is, we bring in professionals to help you get to the next level. What else? I think that is it, y'all. That is it. That is all. I'm on the road to 100K, so I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe and share this video out, especially if it was useful. I know that you guys are working, and I appreciate you guys so very much. So I know that you guys are sneaking off to listen or however that works. And so I hope that there's something that I said that resonated with you today. And it's something that you can use today, tomorrow, or for the rest of your life. And it's something that you can teach to somebody else so that you can teach yourself again. And with that being said, y'all, I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, right? Tomorrow is Friday. And so we'll be having Friday Fun Day Friday, and we will be playing the game. So with that being said, y'all, you're welcome, Big Meech. With that being said, I will talk to you guys tomorrow, but I'll definitely be in your stories if you're following me on social media. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.